What is going on, we back at it again, you know what I'm saying? Some more Beyond Dragon Ball Super. Return of the Fallen Gods. Last episode, bro, that nigga Godox got his ass beat. Finally. Now, Gohan, oh my god, that last part, oof. You like, that elbow said it all, fam. That elbow, that shit said it all, bro. Like, bro, you want to kidnap my daughter? Bet, oh shit. Bet, Godox, bet. Had that man leaking, almost killed him, almost took him off the senses, bro. Oh man, and Ultra Vegeta all over again, bro. Bro would have had a cardinal sin. Oh me, but yeah, when you know what I'm saying, after he get his ass beat and respect, all that, this, that, and the third and whatnot, all this could have been avoided. But you wanted to play games, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah. Again, we gotta go train. Everybody gotta go train, bro. Everybody who beat a god of destruction go train, bro, because they getting their run back. Reno been training because he already beat Lord Beerus. Dog walked his ass, unfortunately. So Goku, watch out for that nigga. Cobras, he coming back. Come on, bro. He's a snake coming back. And then come on, man. Godox. We saw this nigga, bro. Coming back, bro. But then again, hey, niggas gonna get new forms. Well, we already know that Gohan got a new form. I don't know about Goku, Vegeta, or Broly, but we'll see. Time will tell. Only time will tell. But anyway, hit a bit of like, man, comment down below and subscribe. Road to 3K, so you're not subscribed, subscribe, man. Follow you on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Link in the description down below. Type beat. Follow your boy Alex, man. Subscribe, man. Get bro to 2 million subscribers. Yeah, film it. And the like button, W ratio. Not a dive on it. Danger within the sands of time. Go back to Universe 16, huh?
As our story now opens up following the initial battle involving Universe 15's God of Destruction Godox and Beast Gohan having to make its way back over into Universe 7, as with Universe 7's God of Destruction Beerus alongside Whis then shown having to make their way towards Piccolo and Gohan was when Whis then went on to respond. Well, I must say that although it was quite surprising to see you all arrive despite being shown engaging against another God of Destruction in battle, I will admit and say that I'm rather impressed with Beerus chiming in. Yes, as am I, but that still doesn't change the fact that I still demand to know about how this all came to pass, along with more about what this new beast power that this Saiyan mortal was shown using in battle, Beerus says. For I find it to be a rather interesting power, to say the least, with Whis chiming back in. And while you do that, I'll just go and heal you both back up as you enlighten us on what had happened between you all here today.
W Whis. Thank God somebody wanted to heal somebody, bro.
When Piccolo went on to respond. Well, prior to Universe 15's God of Destruction arriving on Earth, we had already been dealing with the Red Ribbon Army having to suddenly return, and with them, they went and created a monstrous new enemy for us to battle against named Cell Max, who is so unstable and so powerful that it ultimately forced us into acquiring new levels of power, especially with Gohan, Piccolo says. And it really wasn't long after Gohan had destroyed Cell Max was when Lord Godox suddenly then showed up and
I'm thinking he gonna see Frieza or some shit. Nah, he put him on my nigga Gohan.
The universe, which only from there moving forward, the rest is all history from there, with Beerus then having to then chime in. And so you're saying that he just suddenly arrived and demanded to know the source of the power responsible for destroying this Cell Max? I see. Then it must have been shortly after the Grand Priest was shown taking his leave after coming here. And then what happened, Beerus questions? Well, at that point,
out the daughter,
there were
you
several
feel
things
me?
that he made
Bullshit.
us undergo before finally having to get the chance to fight Lord Godox head on, but it was mainly Gohan who he was more interested in than anyone else, with Beerus then having to approach Gohan by responding. Well, it's not really hard to see on why that was, especially now after seeing all that I was able to see come from you when the two of you just suddenly appeared from out of nowhere when you
that
did.
nigga
Aside
ass,
from
bro.
this beast power of yours, what was that other strange power
Diabolical.
that you were
Gohan, I
starting
like
to
it.
unravel before
I like it.
your daughter had stopped the battle, Beerus questions?
Lucky Pan was the.
Well, truthfully, I really hate to sound so clueless here, but what other strange power are you talking about, Lord Beerus? My beast form was all that I had been using out there against Lord Gardox the entire time, or at least I think I was the entire time. Right, is that so, Beerus questions, because it sounds to me like you're hiding something, and so now cough it up, boy. Are you? With Pan quickly having to then intervene. Hey, my papa wouldn't lie or go and hide anything from you, Mr. Beerus. My papa had to go through so much just to simply get the chance to finally fight Mr. Green, and so just please leave my papa out of any more trouble, Mr. Beerus, okay? Hey, it's okay, sweetie, Gohan responds. Lord Beerus doesn't mean any harm by the questions that he's asking. He's just curious to know more about what happened, that's all. Yes, I am rather curious about something, Beerus.
Yeah, you good. Beerus one of the good ones.
I never would have expected for my curiosity to come from you of all mortals, but then again, perhaps there is more to your skill
Beerus on my answer spot from 0. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Cared to look for, Beerus continues. So maybe you can actually prove to be rather useful, especially with what it was that I just saw take place here a few minutes ago, with Gohan questioning, and if you don't mind me asking, but useful for what exactly, Lord Beerus? Quiet, I'm thinking here.
This nigga here, bro.
Yes. Perhaps this could be exactly what it was that I needed in order to take myself even further in reaching the next level of power. And so now what say you, Whis? For you did happen to mention the things that you had said earlier as a means of including a third party, didn't you? And so now
Whis had in mind, though?
With Piccolo then shown addressing Gohan by then responding, well, since we're finally out of that mess and away from finding ourselves locked in yet another battle, what do you say we go and head back home and check in with the others and see how they're doing along with rest for a little while? With Gohan responding, yeah, well, I actually like the sound of that a lot, Piccolo. Plus,
nigga, where you think you're going? You're not going
anyway, since I have a presentation to submit in about a week. Speaking of checking in with the others, Piccolo went on to then interrupt. I can't seem to sense Goku or Vegeta's energies anywhere, so any idea on where you think they might be if they're not here? With Gohan responding, well, actually, come to think of it, yeah, I thought my dad and Vegeta would already be here, and so if they're not, then they're either training somewhere else or maybe they're just back home, but we should go and check just to be. But then it was just before Gohan could even go as far as to finish.
Bro, you're not going nowhere.
You will go and do no such thing, Saiyan.
Where you think you're going?
And the Namekian can gladly take their leave while I go and have we send them both back home, but you, on the other hand, aren't going anywhere.
You ain't going nowhere.
Staying here with me. And in case you're wondering on why, well, my answer to you is quite simple, Beerus continues, and that is because you and I are going to have a quick little sparring contest. As I want to go on ahead and gauge you for a moment, so that way I could be sure with the decision that I'm thinking about making, and so the rest could leave, but you will stay. With Piccolo then question.
A decision, huh? Is he gonna try to keep? If he keeps Gohan with the training and shit, that'd be hard. Gohan need to go. Hey, bro, need to train it anyway, bro. Hey, that's studying, bro. This nigga talking about, I ain't gonna study. I got a thing next week.
You
Damn.
want to go and have a sparring match with Gohan? Hold on, really? You want to go and fight me here, and as in like now? Like as in like right now? Oh, well, it doesn't sound as though he's joking about this either. So, geez,
put them hands up.
Could this day get any worse for me? Oh, well, this doesn't sound too good. As all the while in the meantime,
this is Lord Beerus.
Back on
you know what I'm saying?
Universe 16, in seeing the events follow involving Goku, Vegeta, and God of Destruction Ferrix was when Goku then went on to quickly add, so that's what this was all about? Oh great, and since he knows that we were actually directly training under both Whis and Lord Beerus, it sounds like this is far more personal now for him, since he also knows that Whis and Lord Beerus trust us both. And you can see that he's not joking, and so this is more than likely a bragging rights contest for this God of Destruction than anything else. Well, it's obvious now, but there's no way that you're going to force me into getting into that tomb, Destroyer, Vegeta responds. And so we'll gladly accept your offer and battle you here and now, but what are you truly after here that you are so curious to know more about? Because if what you are saying is true, then what's in it for you? With God of Destruction Ferrix responding, well, it's actually quite simple, for I am nothing like your bloated, ego-driven destroyer, and so what is in it for me is not hard to understand.
This y'all wait till one nigga get right. Just wait.
Measuring both of your powers yours stems from my desire to redefine the hierarchy among our universe, as Beerus has always been too complacent in his superiority, bolstered by your successes and having you do his job for him, but by defeating you both in combat would mean that I would dismantle his faith within you mortals alongside his pride, in further proving that his top tier fighters are only but my—
You wanna fight both of them at the same time? Am I hearing that correctly? You wanna fight both of them at the same time? Alright.
stepping stones to the true gods of destruction. And although I hold nothing personal against Beerus, one fact that I will state is simply that I just never liked his attitude in always assuming that both he and his universe were number one, and so we will decide.
You goddamn right, number one.
Pay attention, for if this coin toss were to land on both of your faces, then I will grant you the liberty to go and use your strongest levels of power against me, as I will battle you both head on, even at the same time if I must. And so if this coin toss were to land on your heads, then you will engage me both together. However, if this coin toss were to land on death, then you will both be removed from this world and sent into another realm where you will have to find your way back into this reality, or face the risk of being sealed away from this timeline forever. And
it's gonna be the death. It's gonna be the death. It's gonna be the goddamn death.
Favor my curiosity after tossing this coin, Ferrix continues, then I will go and seize this moment to delve into the enigma that is of this third Saiyan over there.
My nigga brother ready to crash out. Look at him.
About his strength is true, then his raw and untamed power will be tested to see if it's worth its rumored presence or not. And to witness such a force under such conditions that favor me like the one that we are in now is an experiment which I am very keen to undertake. But what say you, Ferrix questions? What better way to assess his rumored might than when fate itself conspires with me, am I right? Yes, you appear very tense, mortal creature. You should try and relax yourself, for we are not
ready to go, bro. He on go
without finding out if they will be going first or not. Ferrix went on to address Broly by responding.
But see, it's gonna be on the death coin. It's gonna be on the death side.
Decide, for I'll make sure to hold up my end of the deal if and only if you Saiyans can go as far as to hold up your end of the deal as well, as it surely won't be easy, but nothing ever really is. Isn't that right? Now let us be fair and trust that the outcome of this coin toss will prove beneficial. Ferrix went on to then flip his coin, as Vegeta then went on to chime in.
I fucking knew
wonderful. Well, brace yourself for the worst, Kakarot, because this one appears to be far more relaxed than many of the other destroyers that we've encountered, and I don't like it. And so prepare for anything at this point, and please tell me that
shit
you
was
went and
rigged.
brought some sensu beans with you. Wait, what do you mean? I don't have any sensu beans on me, Vegeta. We never had a chance to go and visit Dende and Korin since these guys started showing up, with Vegeta responding, "Oh, you idiots! Of course you didn't bother to go and grab some when the moment called for you to have them. I should have known."
You could have get some. You could have get some. You got your transmission, nigga.
His coin was when Ferrix then went on to continue, and thus your fates have been decided.
That shit
Saiyans, as
y'all got
we now
hold.
ponder on whether or not Lord Beerus had truly readied you both for what lies beyond your current reality, but I trust and hope that you are, Ferrix continues, because I do want to see on just how skillful Lord Beerus' students of the 7th truly are when up against the Master, and so I hope that you are both able to understand that this is now a trial where the stakes are at their highest, and if you start to lose sight of your purpose or fail to navigate your way back, then you will be devoured by the darkness that awaits you and forgotten by the annals of both time.
Hey, bro, we do not consent.
Forever.
We
That
do not
much
consent.
I will leave you with, and so now, my faithful Veer, come and claim these unwashed souls and bring them into the realm where each and every one of their actions, along with each and every single one of their choices, come with a staggering price to pay. To which instantly now from out of nowhere, as two ghoulish ghosts were then shown having to grab both Goku and
we
Vegeta
do
from
not
behind,
consent.
Goku then went on to shout, "Whoa, hey, just what in the world is this?
Hey, where you touching, bro?
These things just
watch them
jump out
hands,
from?
man.
Oh, damn it, and why can't I go and move my body?" body. Just, what's
Hold
going
on, wait, hold on. What are you touching for real?
No, Kakarot's, but where is that bastard ordering these little ghouls to go and drag us both into? Let's quickly, Kakarot.
It's like two fucking Digimon, low key.
Ultra levels and break away from them right now before it's. But then it was
too
just
late.
Before Vegeta and Goku even had the opportunity to go and do such a thing was when the ghoulish Veer were then shown dragging both Saiyans within the darkness of the tombs as Vegeta then went on to shout, "God damn it!
Hey, we get out, bro. Put them hands up."
Just yet, God of Destruction, you hear
Oh,
me?
and bro about to crash out.
Oh no, Broly, listen, whatever you do, and no matter how bad things get out here while we're gone, just try and control your anger like how we trained you. And so don't lose control or you'll. But it was already
easier said than done.
Because with the Veer now successfully
That nigga ready to cry. He on go.
And Vegeta within the darkness of these tombs,
Kakarot, Vegeta.
shot was when Ferrex then went on to continue. Enough of this nonsense, as if anything that either of you will say will even matter at this point anyways, but nevertheless, it seems as though we found ourselves in a rather unique predicament, haven't we, mortal? As here we stand, just you and I, with those two momentary
Come on, Broly, show me what you got, Broly.
the stage is now set for just you and me, Saiyan. As I am now rather curious on what that Goku had mentioned about this power that you harbor, and
you about to see.
I want to see it. So
You about to see it
show
firsthand.
me.
You about to see. Bet.
Ferrex he did, because with Broly listening to Goku and not having to lose control, but instead
Oh, he
powering
didn't?
up to his Akari form was
Okay,
when Ferrex
okay.
then went on to continue. And so now don't listen to those whom are no longer here with us, Saiyan, because if you truly are every bit as gifted as your ally claimed for you to be, then present it. And while I assume that this power that you wield now is only but the base level to your actual strength, I'm beginning to wonder on why you were told to control yourself as best as you can upon our immediate
You don't know.
Then went on to dash in, when you should already know that it would be a death sentence if you don't show me your best, mortal.
Show 'em,
Goku
Broly.
had spoken of
Show 'em,
your
big bro.
restraints, but there's
Show 'em.
something more
It's okay,
behind
Broly.
whatever this is after
I co-sign.
all,
Show
isn't
'em.
there? Yes, I can feel it, Ferrex continues. And while that Saiyan spoke of your restraint, there's an undeniable depth to your strength that I sense coming from deep within you. A destructive potential that parallels the instincts of a destroyer. Interesting. It's as if within you burns the same insatiable lust for chaos and carnage as we gods share. But why do you hold such power at bay? And more importantly, Ferrex continues, is why haven't you been chosen to be trained by the gods of your respective universe, creature?
Well, he knew.
Being as unworthy to be trained by a god as anyone else, or
He knew.
is that because you are simply unable to contend with the nature of one? Ferrex went on to respond upon Broly being shown missing his strike. But what say you, Rizel? Am I wrong for believing that this creature should liberate himself against me freely, or was that Saiyan harboring more information from me than I assumed? As Ferrex went on to then backhand Broly across the face with
Oh, not the
responding,
backhand,
and
bro.
although I will say that not much is really known about this Saiyan here, given the nature of his power being fairly unknown to us within the moment
gonna
as
see.
this battle ensues. I do, however, believe that he is not like the other two in regards to his power being as high and his skills being as sharp, which is why I do believe that even while visiting Universe 7 when watching Lord Reno battle against Lord Beerus, I did happen to notice the Saiyan Goku talking Broly down into getting him to not lose control, and so I do believe that this isn't for just any unknown reason either, my lord. As Ferrex went on
There
to
goes
grab onto
crash
Broly
out, bro. Show him.
then
Show
this
them.
creature is as useful to me as any other mortal is, which means that without him being taken under the wing of a god and made out to be trained by one, then he is nothing more than just a byproduct of his universe and nothing more, despite this potential that I sensed coming from him. As even now, potential can only take you so
Lost some
far when
cankles.
up against proficiency. And so in the meantime, Ferrex continues upon now being shown summoning two ghoulish arms popping up from the sands below and grabbing onto Broly's ankles by then suddenly having to respond. While I wait to see if any of your mortal allies will be mentally sharp enough to find their way out and back onto my world, you, however, will be fed to my many pets that I keep beneath the ground in which you stand on. on.
Hey,
and while I trust that at least one of your friends will return to me with a worthy acceptance to my challenge, you, however, will not. Quicksand, in case you didn't already know, as Broly was beginning to sink on down. So you can struggle all you want because it won't matter one way or another, Saiyan. Ridiculous. And here you have me excited to see on just why you are kept under the watchful eye of your Saiyan friends, only for you to be proven useless. To which even then, despite Broly struggling and having to escape this quicksand, as he was only then being shown brought underneath it, was when Ferrix then went on to walk away by then continuing. So it's evident to me now that raw power alone is insignificant when lacking proper direction, and without the guidance of Beerus and Whis, he flails, powerful yet undirected. For Goku
like I said, he knew
their limits through divine mentorship, while this Broly had been left to his own devices, crumbling beneath the weight of his failures without proper control. And so now come, Rizal, for we will carry on with our business elsewhere while I wait to see on what the result of their actions will be within the coming hour. As Rizal then went on to respond, well, that was fast to say the least, but do you even believe that the mortals will even be able to find their way out and back onto this world, Lord Ferrix? Because it does sound to me like you doubt their ability to even be able to do it, my lord. As Ferrix went on to then respond, I don't, for they will become far more interested in dabbling within other realities to even pay attention, Ferrix continues, as I would only expect that Beerus and Whis have trained their minds just as much as they have trained their bodies to understand the difference between monetary instinct and poisonous curiosity, Rizal, as the question becomes more about will they be more interested in dabbling with their alternate choices and decisions, or will they be far more interested in accepting the outcome of their current choices and decisions and navigate their way through by returning to me? Will it be the illusion of an alternate reality, or will it be the current truth to which they face? For this,
looks like alternate timelines.
To which, in the meantime, as both Goku and Vegeta were now seemingly brought into this realm by the hands of the Veer, was when the Veer then went on to respond, yes, in you go, Saiyan, as I hereby welcome you, courtesy of the great and all-powerful Lord Ferrix, into the Window Realm. For in this realm here, the fabric of existence is thinner than the edge of a blade, further allowing us to peer into the countless realities where every decision you made, every battle that you've waged, and every situation that you were placed in had unfolded in various different ways across each and every single timeline that you just so happen to be involved in, the Veer continues. As each window you see is a portal to a life that you are living or had once lived in, where every choice and every action is different than the ones here. For this is a place where we can explore and peer into the consequences of the actions that were not shown having to be made, battles that you may never had fought within, and alliances that may never had been formed, the Veer continues. But this too does not come without a price, as you will need to find your way back to Lord Ferrix, and you will only be given 3 chances to do so, or you will be trapped here with us forever. As Lord Ferrix wants to see if either of you mortals have what it takes to possess the proper mental capacity in choosing correctly, but choose incorrectly among any of these windows after failing 3 times, and you will find yourselves ensnared in this realm for all of eternity. Trapped as a mere spectator within the confines of time, forever gazing upon the river of history without the means to swim ashore, even if you die, because if you were to perish here, then you will become a Veer just like us. So whichever window you choose to open, you better hope that it is the right one. With Vegeta then having to chime in, the Window Realm? Wait, so you're meaning to tell me that each of these screens is an actual window into looking within an alternate timeline where the events of the outcome of each and every single one of my actions are vastly different, and more importantly different than the ones that I had made in this timeline? So I have 3 chances to go and choose to look into any of these in hopes of finding my way back? That is correct, Saiyan. And so now go and choose any of these windows by tapping onto whichever window you think is the correct one that is calling for you to go back into the timeline which you currently belong in, as if you just so happen to select the wrong timeline and wish for me to answer any of the lingering questions that you may have about what you see, then I will provide you with the information needed in order to answer your questions. As Goku then went on to respond, oh wow, and so
make that
I
out
only
first,
have 3
though. I
chances
wonder.
to pick and choose whichever window I believe is the right one that I'm supposed to go back into, or I'm going to risk just falling short and then being stuck here? Oh, well, that isn't good, but I guess I better start looking then, as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the resurrected fallen
community, then you are
hold on.
truly missing out on so much without you even knowing. As not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to these unknown timelines.
Whoa. Oh, never mind. I thought it looked like something different. Anyway, next episode though. You feel me? All right. Oop. Oh, Beast Gohan versus Beerus. Hold on.
As our story now continues
Forgot
back
about
on
that.
Beerus' planet, following the initial events of Beerus wanting Gohan to stay while sending both Pan and Piccolo back home, to which
Gohan, put my hands up, big bro.
engagement in having to challenge Gohan's base level before having to be shown addressing him was when Beerus went on to then respond, you know, I find this interaction to be quite an interesting one despite the many battles and challenges that have unfolded since the days of when your father went on to achieve Super Saiyan God. And since then, our interactions have remained very minimal until today, and I must admit that I'm quite fascinated by it, Beerus continues, and especially after seeing all that I was able to see come from you upon the moment where both you and Gardox were shown having to engage, and since you and I never truly had the chance to measure each other's capabilities in a fight, I think it's time that we go and change that. For I want to see if you truly possess the potential to stand beside me as a worthy training partner,
Gohan battle guys, I think.
I'm simply just making a mistake by considering you as such a partner, Gohan. And while your base level is rather disappointing to say the least, Beerus continues, I want to go on ahead and see more of this beast form of yours, and especially if you wish to try and stand a good chance against me, Saiyan, with Gohan responding, well, although I'm honored to share this moment with you and having this be our first time actually going head to head since the days of when my dad had achieved Super Saiyan God, your acknowledgement of my unique path to power leaves me curious about the purpose behind your proposal in wanting me here to train with you, Gohan says. And so why are you so interested in wanting to have me as your training partner when you already have my dad and Vegeta here to help train alongside you? Was it because of my fight with Lord Gardox that you suddenly wanted to test my power to see what I'm all about, with Beerus responding, well, that, and with your father Vegeta and Broly currently in Universe 16,
they're not even here now.
I can only assume for there to be a fight that's taking place over there as well, Beerus adds. I'm all out of worthy challengers to face, but you, on the other hand, just might be the perfect fit as this continues. But even now, the reason on why I decided to choose you was because there appears to be something different about you that I would like to explore and see for myself, Beerus continues. And if I am to reach the pinnacle of my potential, then I want to see if you could be the one that could help push me into achieving it, assuming if you even can, that is, with Gohan responding, wait, did you just say Broly? As in the same Broly that Dad and Vegeta had battled on Earth a few years ago?
Yeah,
What's
that
going
nigga.
on with them? Well, regardless, so Ascension is what you're looking to achieve, is it? Well, now that makes sense. So should I go all out then, Gohan?
Yes, nigga.
Or should I gradually show you on what I'm capable of little by little, with Beerus responding,
Nah,
you
all
can
out.
go and do whatever it is that you need to go and do, but remember one thing, Saiyan. If you fail to understand the grave nature of this engagement between us, then I can assure you now that you will be utterly obliterated, Gohan. And so now go and do whatever it is that you need to go and do and come at me. To which, as Gohan was then shown doing, it was only just when Gohan was then shown quickly powering up into his ultimate form first before jumping into his beast form was when Gohan went on to respond, yeah, well, don't go and get the wrong idea here, because I do in fact happen to understand the current situation that I'm in against you, but I want you to know that before I go and show you my all, I want to go and see for myself as to where you are compared to the levels that are beneath my beast form, Gohan says. And so before we go and get there, if we go and get there, since I believe that this ought to be enough to do the trick, then what do you say, Lord Beerus? Shall we?
Gohan, hold up, bro. You got too much dip on your chip, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? You think that's gonna be enough to beat that? Y'all, what the hell wrong with this nigga, bro? What's wrong with that nigga? I think he let that shit go through his head with Gardox. I ain't gonna lie to you. What the hell?
With Beerus then shown casually having to yawn and responding,
and yawn too.
This again, huh? Well, if you honestly think that this ultimate form of yours will be enough to do me in, then I welcome you to go and try, but don't be surprised when I go and shut you down again, Gohan.
No, that ass, bro.
So now go on then, do your worst. To which, as Gohan was then shown charging at Beerus,
I can't believe that nigga just said that
now
though.
That Gohan wanted to see where Beerus stood before having to use his beast form, as Whis went on to then chime in. Now, although it's undeniable that Gohan has indeed come a very long way since our first encounter back on Earth all those years ago, despite his ultimate form radiating a power that is considerably more potent than how it ever was shown being before, as intriguing as it may be, this display of strength, while impressive, will not take him very far in this battle, Whis adds.
It ain't
given Lord Beerus' history and nature as a god of destruction, for Gohan to genuinely challenge Lord Beerus, he will need to delve into the depths of his power and embrace his beast form with haste if he wishes to stand a chance here, especially after briefly having to train with Lord Beerus before Gohan had arrived. In which even then, despite with Gohan being shown attacking Beerus, with Beerus shown dodging each and every single one of Gohan's strikes, was when Beerus went on to then chime back in, you don't seriously intend on keeping this onslaught up against me for much longer now, do you, Saiyan? Because although this ultimate form of yours has gotten
did he get a hit in?
You are dooming yourself if you honestly believe that it'll hold out against me, mortal. And so now what's it going to be, Beerus questions, because these attempts are but a joke, Gohan. Well, never once did I assume that fighting you was going to be easy, Gohan went on to utter by dashing forward, and especially with everything that it is that I know about you, but if there's one thing about me that you will soon come to realize for yourself, is no matter what the odds are that are shown being stacked against me, I will always continue to fight and I will always push forward even if it destroys me, Lord Beerus.
Let's go.
There's plenty of more where that came from, Gohan went on to land a solid punch by responding, because I know you're itching to
even though that one ate though. He ate that little hit.
You are starting to annoy me just as much as your father once annoyed me until I went and taught him some manners. But hear me carefully, Saiyan, for no matter the improvements that you've made onto this ultimate form of yours, you and I both know that this will not prove anything, especially if you hope to survive. To which, upon the very moment where Beerus was now shown being on the offensive and attacking Gohan before putting him
down, mean backhand hit in the sternum. Judo chop.
Think that this ultimate form of yours is going to favor you in? Because how could you ever hope to hold your own against the likes of another destroyer if you simply aren't at your best from the very beginning of our battle, mortal? As I want you to go and think about where you are and with whom you're fighting with here, Saiyan.
No, dead ass.
Because unlike Gardox, I actually know you. And while you're under the assumption that your ultimate level will be enough, it won't be, Saiyan. And you're lucky that I'm going easy on you on top of it, and so now stand back up and do as I ask of you, or you will be destroyed. To which upon that very moment with Gohan to jump up on the ground and attacking Lord Beerus was when Whis then went on to chime in, well, I'll be. Now I see what you're trying to do out there against the boy Lord Beerus, where he's trying to motivate the Saiyan by forcing him to go and do exactly as he did when facing off against Lord Gardox. An interesting tactic for someone like Lord Beerus to go and use here, but a very smart one nevertheless. And especially now, if Lord Beerus hopes to try and get the best out of the Saiyan, then this is what he must go and do. But even this simply wasn't going to be enough to get Gohan by, because with Beerus then shown having to knock Gohan back down onto the ground,
get up!
What a waste of my time. And to
stomp that nigga chest in. Oh shit.
Anything more from a mortal with no proper guidance and training with a god is just pitiful. Maybe I was wrong to assume that you'd be anything like your father is when his back is up against the wall, Gohan. And so now where is
he worse.
Where is that power
bro,
that you
Beerus, he worse. Beerus, he worse.
Gardox with? Still preserving
You D1 crash out, Beerus.
What, Beerus questions? For it's foolish to believe that you could best me otherwise, and so tell me then, what is it that you hold dear? Because judging from the story you told upon battling Gardox, you fight for the sake of protecting your family, don't you, Saiyan? Because the difference should be quite clear on what it is that you'd need to go and do, Gohan. And so now how could you stand before me and claim to want to protect your friends and family when you instead hesitate to unleash your full power from the very beginning of a battle? Tell me something, do I need to go and place your daughter in harm's way just as Gardox did for you to act accordingly?
That's what I'm saying.
That you wouldn't like that very much, now would you, Gohan? Beerus went on to then stomp on down by asking. No? Well then find your resolve to show me what you're willing to fight for then.
You cave your chest and get up!
Mortal, do it, for you cannot safeguard anyone if you're incapable of protecting yourself in battle first, Saiyan. For this restraint, along with this hesitation that you place on yourself, are not virtues here, but liabilities, Beerus continues. And that is why I chose you, Saiyan. This beast form, along with this other unknown power that you harbor, are powers which I want to go and test my strength against, as they are levels of power which I want to use to evolve my own with, as the higher I climb, even for you as someone who wishes to also become stronger yourself. If you don't take this moment to show me the power that you used against Universe 15's God of Destruction, then I will end you here and now and go about my business and achieve this alone. And so choose.
Come on, Gohan, just a chance.
Beyond your wildest dreams and train alongside one of the mightiest gods of destruction in the
Yes. Yes, I do. Come on, Gohan, bro. Stop playing, bro. This man giving you a chance. He is giving you the ultimate opportunity, bro. Get the train with the God. Oh my God, bro.
The multiverse, or do you wish to simply become an afterthought?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Always been. As
so
your
God,
father
he
and Vegeta
coming
had to
back.
Work their way into having me accept and train them here, and so now you will be forced to do the same. No, just wait, Lord Beerus. With Beerus then having to respond, wait, Lord Beerus, what?
What, nigga? What?
What exactly is it that you would want for me to wait for? It's as simple as I said.
Facts, bro.
And so now get it together, because you will not be given a second chance to do this again. Now I won't go and tell you to take this fight as seriously as you should again, because if you fail to do as I ask of you, then perhaps I ought to pay Earth another visit. Only this time, instead of just standing alongside it, maybe I'll just go and destroy it. Beerus
Fuck it, huh? Air that bitch out.
Destroy the Earth would mean to also destroy the very family which you claim that you would want to protect, but can you? What will you be able to do to stop me if that turns out to be the case, Saiyan? Because deep down, you know that I'll go and do it too, and so this is going to be your last chance to show
that ass,
me.
that nigga really would.
With me by using your strongest level of power so that I may see if you are worthy of calling you my training partner, or you can throw it all down the drain as I go and annihilate everyone and everything that you love, and this, dear Saiyan, is going to be your last warning. No, surely you wouldn't. Would you, Gohan questions, with Beerus responding, oh, I would, and you should know firsthand that I'll go and do it just to see the look on your face of the aftermath of it all. Last chance, Saiyan, contest me at your best or watch your world be ripped away. To which it was only then, upon Gohan now being shown shaking with tears flowing down his face, was when Beast then went on to add, well, although that may have been a little harsh for Lord Beerus to go and say, from what I'm starting to see take place, I think Lord Beerus's comments are now beginning to have an effect on Gohan.
As they should.
The question now is, will he channel his all and use this power which Lord Beerus demands of him in battle, or will he simply just falter under the pressure of Lord Beerus's request? How could you? I could never allow you to go and hurt them. Never, Gohan.
D1 crash out incoming.
Wait, could yes. What a massive increase of power compared to what it just was before. And so I'm sure that this must be what I've been hoping to see, because there it is. To which seconds later, with a gigantic aura eruption being shown having to take place from the ground, was when Whis then went on to chime in, and there it is. For I must admit that I never would have imagined that someone like Gohan would ever have been capable of wielding such an enormous power like the one that he is evolving into.
Well,
but needless to say,
you want to crash out, bro?
If the Saiyan is able to give Lord Beerus a sturdy and balanced battle, one of course that will force Lord Beerus into using more of his full power in this fight, then I do believe that Gohan would be the perfect fit for the job. However, I'm beginning to wonder if battling within the living realm would be ideal, especially considering what's about to take place here. And so although I am a bit cautious, we will wait and see on how this will go, with Beerus then having to utter,
the pyramid?
Yes, finally, now there's the power that I've been looking to battle against. Ah yes, now there's the form that I wanted to see. Beerus went on to then continue upon Gohan being shown transforming.
He not talking, he put them hands up.
What better timing it could have been, because I was starting to grow very impatient with you, Gohan.
My boy got teary-eyed, bro.
There you finally are, and so then, are we ready to do this? Because for your sake, you better not disappoint me this time around, because it's like I said, you won't be given another chance. But now that your full power has been brought out and onto the surface for me to see, let's just go and see if you're worthy of training with me now that your best is brought out onto the surface. And so I'll allow you the honors of being the first to go and attack me, since now you have my blood pumping again, Saiyan. Now come at me, Gohan. To which, as Beast Gohan was then shown dashing right towards Beerus, with Beast Gohan then went on to shout, okay then, God of Destruction, you asked for this, and so now that you're about to get exactly what you wanted, so you better brace yourself. To which, upon Gohan then having to attack Beerus by
put them hands up, he said.
Was when Whis then went on to chime back in. Well, I can safely say that the odds are now even, especially now that Gohan understands the meaning behind what it is that he is supposed to do. But as I watch Gohan spar with Lord Beerus, however, it becomes increasingly clear on why he stands as the most suitable candidate to be Lord Beerus's training partner. But I am rather concerned on just how far these two are willing to actually go, especially with all things considered, because we wouldn't want to go and destroy the entire universe as a result of their training either. Well now, would you look at that, Beerus went on to then respond. You actually got me trying over here, Saiyan. A rarity in many cases, but I'm not Lord Gardox. And so
we know, big dog. I know, at least.
Have you push me around as you did when you were shown engaging against him, mortal? Is it because of this faith that you've placed within this newly discovered beast form, or what? As a matter of fact, Beast Gohan responds, it is, Lord Beerus, because the power that you see and what I represent can never be destroyed, and I'll die trying if I must. To which, as Gohan was then shown backhanding Beerus,
backhand that nigga. Oh my God.
Went on to continue.
He backhand a god.
This was the power that you wanted for me to go and use against you, then let's see what you can do. Good. Very good. In fact, good. A smile upon his body being shown flying out into the distance. Yes, this was what I wanted to get out of you, Saiyan. I can't believe this, for I haven't been this excited since the days of when I battled against Goku when he first transformed into a Super Saiyan God. Oh, now I'll admit and say that you're good, Saiyan. Beerus went on to then suddenly vanish. You're actually far better than I imagined that you'd be. However, as good as you may be,
not the judo chop.
That much better than you. Beerus went on to then suddenly appear behind Gohan.
Hit my nigga with the judo chop.
Damn. To then proceed by chopping Gohan in the neck. For I'll admit that you're good, but you just aren't good enough. Now ease yourself and just let it sink in, Saiyan. And while I will be truthful to you and say that you've managed to surprise me, which is no small feat for anyone to achieve, but you still have a very long way to go if you wish to match up to a destroyer of my stature, Beerus continues.
Swamp my nigga, bro.
Able to defeat and get the best of Gardox, I am nothing like he is, Saiyan, but watching you take Gardox down with such ferocity had left me astounded. For your beast form is a force to indeed be reckoned with, stronger than I anticipated, but there's a clear gap in your armor, which is one that's all too clear for someone like me. But to become my training partner would require far more than a simple knockout in order for a battle to be done, Gohan, which is why you are still not ready to fit that role until you've mastered these flaws, Beerus continues. And so now I don't know what it was that you did that got the better of Gardox, but clearly whatever that is something that is outside of your control. But even now, I will leave you with my respects, Beerus went on to then turn around by walking away, for you will need far more than raw power to stand against the gods, as experience is what shapes our very strength into becoming the ultimate weapons, because without it, you are merely swinging in the dark in hopes of hitting your target, Gohan. And so in the meantime, come now, Whis, for we have other important matters to attend to, and so let us get back to it and train while the Saiyan is waits.
Hold on.
Beerus went on to then suddenly turn his head by questioning, but how can that even be? For the mortal was shown face down on the ground right there, and so now I see. Yes, but of course, Beerus went on to continue upon being shown having to sense something approaching his way.
Nigga flying possum?
Seen this coming and made sure that he went and stayed down when he did. Very impressive, but then it was only shockingly enough now from out of nowhere as Beast Gohan made his re-entry and attempting to strike Beerus, with Beerus being shown grabbing onto Gohan's punch and literally shattering the entirety of his planet, was when we turned back in. Oh goodness, well I didn't think that Gohan would actually go and get back up and fight back after
No, he got up.
Even now,
get up. He got up.
Gohan literally go and get right back up and attack Lord Beerus. I'm more so convinced now than how I was shown being before that he is perfect for the position in training with Lord Beerus, but, well, at what cost if the entirety of the universe is destroyed?
Look at that shit. Okay, Gohan, I see you.
And so now let's see.
Universal shattering power. You feel me?
It's worth a shot if it means avoiding getting in trouble by the Omni Kings. To which back on over onto the battlefield with Beerus now shown having to grab onto and hold Beast Gohan's punch mid-strike upon having to be shown attacking Beerus, was when Beerus then went on to respond. So, you baited me on a lie, huh? Well, I should have known that you weren't truly knocked out cold, but now you have my attention, Saiyan. Well, good, because I'm glad that you are now starting to see that Lord Gardox isn't going to be the only god of destruction who I would have went and beat here today.
He talking head right now. Hold on. He talking his shit.
With Beerus then having to quickly
Hold on, Gohan.
Oh, is that so? You talk as though you have already won this contest.
Not dead ass, bro.
Need I remind you that I am not at my best, and since I know that you aren't either, it's time we drop the act and start to take matters here between us far more seriously than what we were shown doing before. And so what say you, Saiyan? Do you think that you are ready to feel my full power for the very first time? With Beast Gohan responding, then if that's how you want to go and do this, then I'll make sure to respond the only way I know as to how, and that is to show you the power of the beast that lies within me. And so hopefully now you can see that I am more than worthy enough to stand by your side as your training partner, Lord Beerus. As with that being said, here goes. But then, it was only then from out of nowhere in between both Beast and Beerus when Whis went on to then show up by separating both Gohan and Beerus by then responding, "All right, now that's quite enough, as you don't want to go and destroy the entire universe as a means of having to prove a point to one another. But after seeing all that I was able to see," Whis continues, "I actually have a much better idea than the one that you are both engaged in.
Either going to like another little dimension, or we're going into the pyramid.
Is very much worthy of being considered a training partner to you as anyone else.
Oh, we're going to the pyramid though? It's up.
Which
It's
only
up.
now brings me to this. Now, after having to observe your current levels of power, Whis adds, I think it's pretty much safe to say that training on this planet the way you both did will only further add on to the ongoing chaos that was just shown taking place, as well as also go as far as to destroy the planet completely, which isn't something that we obviously want to do, and I have a counter solution that I believe will solve all of our issues without the risk of destroying anything on your planet, Lord Beerus, with Beerus responding, I see, and so what do you suggest that we go and do then, Whis? Because I intend on continuing my fight with the Saiyan, for he is exactly what I was looking for in a sparring partner, with Whis responding, well, you see, my suggestion is for us to go inside of the hyperbolic time chamber and carry on with your training in there, but since it just dawned upon me after seeing the two of you battle, Whis continues, I do in fact happen to have a brother that I believe would be the perfect fit in helping aid you both in accomplishing your goals, Whis adds, and
what
even
brother?
though it's been an extremely long time since him and I have last spoken, I have no doubt in my mind that he would be perfect in overseeing your training while together, as it was only right then and there during that moment, the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the resurrected fallen gods of destruction, the Universe 16.
I go and give you the following event that you see and gain access as a result of their battle. But even now, comes up by smashing that.
Got Beerus and Gohan training with each other, bro. Hey, I never thought I'd see the day. It could have been happened, bro. Oh my god, this shit could have been happened, bro. Oh me, man. I can't wait. I love it. I love it. I love it. Into who? Oh man, not demigod. Everybody's going through some shit, bro. That's good though. He needs to train. He needs to fight. Those Gardox might come back, spin the block. Hey, what up, Gohan? You know what I'm saying? Be on his bullshit again. But probably not though. If he lowered his head against Pan and whatnot. Probably not. But still. Can't trust these niggas. They some petty ass creatures, bro. On me. These six these six god destructions, bro. They own one. What else we still got, bro? We still got the bear, right? And we still got the Sasquatch. You know what I'm saying? Reno, Gardox, Cobras, Ferrix, the bear and the Sasquatch. Yeah, we still got those two motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? There, I was the Sasquatch. One of the two motherfuckers want to fight Broly. I think it was the bear looking one. Yeah. What was it? No, about the Sasquatch? I forgot. Damn, I forgot. But either who, they won't smoke. So, yeah. Well, Gohan, put them hands up, big bro. They about to fucking destroy the universe. Ain't that some shit? Lord have mercy. Cause Gohan really up there. Like, Beast Gohan ain't no joke. That's some god levels of power type shit. You know what I'm saying? Universal power right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Destroy the whole macrocosm. Hey, bro, fuck this universe. You know what I'm saying? So, what brother he talking about though, Loki? I wonder which one. Is it from 17 or 18? Is it 16? We're going back to, I don't know, we're gonna see. Anyway, I'm rambling. Certified yapper. But anyway, love y'all. Thanks for watching, Type B. Hit the video up with a like, man. Comment down below and subscribe. Road to 3K. Not subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow about Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Link in the description down below. Subscribe to Alex. Get bro to freaking 2 million subscribers. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love this. I love this one, bro. All these fan markers, bro. They getting to me, bro. They getting to me. Anyway, love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.